April 2006. 32-year-old Michael Eugene Archer, known to the world as Angelo, checks himself into the Crossroads Treatment Center in Antigua. After being away from the public eye for almost 5 years, Angelo was seemingly at rock bottom. His family wasn't talking to him, his label wanted him gone, and he didn't look like himself. As news spread of this, those in the industry and fans alike began to speculate. What happened? How does someone disappear from the industry with seemingly so much more to offer? This is his story. To understand Angelo, we'll have to go way back. Nah, a little farther. Yeah, let's go to church. The Pentecostal church. If you know anything about it, you know it's not just a Sunday ritual. Pentecostal church is something else. It's intense. It's alive. The energy is electric. You feel it in your bones. Michael Eugene Archer was brought up in the church in Richmond, Virginia. The son of a minister, he was used to the kind of environment where music wasn't just heard, it was experienced. And for Michael, this was his foundation. That's why at 3 years old, he had taught himself how to play piano by ear. And that's also why as a child, he became his father's designated organist at church.
Who are some of the other artists that you like to listen to yourself?
Prince.
Oh, yeah.
Michael was 12 when he saw his father lay hands on a woman who had caught a demon. The year was 1986, and that same year, Prince released Under the Cherry Moon, his follow-up to Purple Rain. And while the film was winning Worst Picture and Worst Actor at the Razzie Awards, Michael was discovering the rest of Prince's discography. He consumed his albums, reading the liner notes. He said about Prince, everything he did was the bomb, and he could do it all himself. I was one of those kids reading the album credits. I knew back then that I wanted to do that type of shit. His father, a minister, did not particularly like his son being drawn to the androgynous, seductive pop star, especially now that church was one of the only things that brought the two together. They didn't live in the same household, as Michael moved in with his mother at 9 years old after his parents split. And after a while, even that bond between them ended. The once strict Archer patriarch left it up to his children to decide if they wanted to go to church or not, and Michael's attendance started to wane. But like most kids, he didn't have his priorities all the way together. When he was a teenager, he had his first run-in with the law. He said, "I got knocked off course for a minute. I got into a fight with a cop. Sitting in jail, I felt like I had come to the crossroads. I felt like God was talking to me." From that point, he knew he needed to focus on music. But something weird was going on with Michael. He kept having these dreams about Marvin Gaye. The first dream was in black and white, and at Hitsville, USA, Marvin looked like he just stepped off stage at the American Bandstand, and he wouldn't let go of Michael's hand.
When he died, I remember that whole day and everything that happened. I remember, us going over to my cousin's house. We just came from church, and we went to my cousin's house, and, it was April Fool's Day, and they told me that he had got shot, and I didn't believe him. I thought it was a joke. And I saw it on TV, and, that night, that's when it started, really. And, I had him for about